cross and just over the head where it's taken here by Atlanta again. Amador works this ball in, and the shot is in!
While it was a pretty entertaining game, Miami blew it. They blew it big. In fact, they blew it the worst way possible. They blew it in such a way that, I don't know, teenage boys, even younger, would blow it. Not playing to the whistle. It's really funny that one of the greatest MLS seasons of all time with the greatest player of all time would end in such a way where somebody was probably faking an injury and the rest of the team just waiting the referee to blow the whistle. Atlanta didn't get that memo. They don't care about that memo if they did, and made it 3-2 at the end. Pretty incredible game. Let's talk about the rest of it, though. Miami predictably struck first. A hard shot right out in front from Lionel Messi that was sure to go in. Stopped by Brad Guzan, which will become a theme in this particular game. But then, off the deflection, buried by Mateus Rojas. Fear not, Atlanta fans. Your team throughout this series has refused to die, and they refuse to die. Not 2 minutes later, Jamal Tiane, who was the lucky recipient of a through ball deflected off a Miami defender, was buried with style by Tiane. I don't know how to say his name very good. And it was 1-off. You feeling cocky, Atlanta fans? You feeling good? Think you got a hold of this? Game 3 gonna knock these guys out? Maybe. 2 minutes later, Tina with a little tap from Alexi Marachuk. He buries it, making it 2-1 Atlanta. This game is quickly out of control. And Tina with the brace, only 21 minutes in the first half. Now, one of the criticisms of Miami going into this season, their defensive midfield, the defense in general, were they going to be totally reliant on the Barcelona crew to carry them? And throughout the season, they answered a lot of those questions. Messi spent some time out, so did Jordi Alba. Even Suarez had to sit out and head to Paraguay and play for his team in the Copa. So most of the time, they actually answered that question. They were able to get in defense. There were people coming off that bench getting things done. This is a full team Miami from the top down. This is not just the Messi show. They proved it. They won without him. But in this case, Miami just got caught napping. And this was the first time that I started to believe maybe Atlanta could pull this off. Now, we wouldn't be doing this justice unless we talked about the Brad Guzan show, because that's what this turned into. Not the Messi show, the Brad Guzan show. He made big saves, 7 in total. He got in a war with, Mr. Suarez. They seemed to be at it all night. Made big saves on Messi. Basically was a thorn in the side of the Barcelona alumni. Man of the match. I actually think the goalies are underrated in football in general. I don't think they get man of the match enough, but he could not be denied in this game. One spectacular save after another. Brad Guzan was the difference maker. Now, that being said, I don't think we can leave the defense out of this. Both the defensive midfield and the center backs. Plenty of blocks. Crucial tackles throughout this game. But Brad Guzan, he was a star. Now, Miami wasn't done just yet. There was just a little more Messi magic in the box. The problem with this, I think Miami may have aggravated the football gods. And Brad Guzan would get his revenge. Secondary assist coming from Luis Suarez. Leg at, makes the air cross, and bop. Messi heads it away. But something happened after that really didn't go well for Miami. Again, they aggravated the football gods. Mr. Messi goes in to pick up his ball, and in fairness, he got blocked by Brad Guzan. Miami responds Campanis then comes from behind Brad Guzan and shoves him into the net, where he comically catches it and shivers around. And then Luis Suarez starts pointing the finger in his face. This probably would have been a red card if it was regular season. Looked pretty bad in a lot of ways. Now, in fairness to Campanis, I come from a hockey background. If you put your hands or you get anywhere near the big man, there usually is a price to pay. You don't see that in soccer too often, football. And living in Europe for some time now, I don't think that would have been tolerated. I think that would have been a red card, definitely in the Bundesliga. But that being said, I think the ref rightfully let it go. A red card would have just absolutely ruined the game. This is where I think the football gods got involved. Amador with an air cross, the Schließ who buries it with the header. Atlanta now up 3-2 with only about 15 minutes to go in regulation. Miami shell-shocked. And this is the best or worst part, and probably what this season will be remembered best for, which is really unfair because this is such an amazing season for Miami. Highest point getters of any MLS team in its almost 30-year history. But they forgot the golden rule. It's called play to the whistle. Tell it to kids. It's like in hockey, head up, stick down. Play to the whistle. Don't count on the ref stopping something or getting you off the hook. And the way the ref called this particular game, he was letting a lot of stuff slide. He was letting the players play. He wasn't falling for embellishment. And one of the Miami players was laying down, in my opinion. I think he might have been embellishing the call to stop the play. And the Barcelona arrogance, the Miami arrogance, they just assumed that the ref was going to blow the whistle because they got a man down in the box. Well, that's not what happened. Amador with the cross. Schließ with the header finish. Nice header on top of it. And Atlanta's up 3-2. Hubris, arrogance, and maybe the football gods themselves played a role, as it seemed. Because was there any Messi magic left? Even with several corners and free kicks? No, there was no Cruz Azul moment for Lionel Messi. He just found himself eliminated in the first round of this year's playoff. A sad ending for a team that had done so much, even without him. Not good for MLS. In my opinion, this is a bad thing. This was not a good way to build the game. In fact, if you were tuning in to see Lionel Messi and you were a skeptical American and you saw a guy trying to embellish a play to grab a whistle, you might be really turned off by the game. A sad sack way to go out in this game. Didn't make the season look good. Didn't make the MLS look good. If I was Tata Martino, I'd want heads. I'd want heads. Then you have to wonder the treatment of Brad Guzan, whatever his name is. Maybe the 40-year-old former Aston Villa backup was treated so poorly that this was maybe fair play and turnabout all at the same time. Now, I have a football podcast. We cover the whole world of football right here with my boy, Glory Hunter Nick. And we actually talked about if Atlanta would somehow eliminate Miami, would that be good for MLS or bad? And I have to be honest with you, Nick has a different opinion than I do. And if you go up right there, you can check that video. We talked about it before this disaster happened in Game 3. So that's it. That's your game. Wow. What a way to go out. I would have never expected it. Sorry, guys. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But that's okay. Because if you clear the way for Metro, it's all good. Messi, it's all good. Suarez, Busquets, Jordi Alba, Panis. We worship the football gods in Jersey. Peace.